Malcolm X, a name that resonates with power, justice, and transformation. His words shook the foundations of a segregated society and inspired millions to stand tall in the face of oppression. But what exactly was the philosophy of Malcolm X, and why does it still matter today? At the core of Malcolm X's philosophy was the idea of self-identity and pride. He believed that centuries of oppression had stripped African Americans of their history and self-worth. To reclaim their power, Malcolm argued, black people needed to embrace their heritage.
Who are you? You don't know. Don't tell me Negro, that's nothing. What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? It couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Bunch or Powell. That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from. No, what was your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history?
This wasn't just a call to love oneself. It was a challenge to reject the societal norms that demeaned blackness and to redefine identity on their own terms. Unlike some leaders of his time, Malcolm X believed in self-defense. His famous phrase, "by any means necessary," sparked both admiration and controversy. But what did he really mean?
We declare our rank on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Malcolm didn't advocate for unprovoked violence. He believed that black Americans had the right and the duty to defend themselves against injustice. For Malcolm, resistance wasn't just physical. It was also about asserting dignity in a world that sought to deny it. Another cornerstone of Malcolm X's philosophy was economic empowerment. He argued that true freedom couldn't exist without financial independence. Think about it. How can a community thrive if it relies entirely on systems designed to exploit it? Malcolm's message here is one that remains incredibly relevant today. Malcolm X didn't hold back in his critique of racism. He called out America's hypocrisy, claiming liberty and justice while perpetuating oppression.
This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me. Democracy is hypocrisy.
One of his most memorable lines was, "We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us."
We are African, and we happen to be in America. We're not American. We are people who formerly were Africans who were kidnapped and brought to America. Our forefathers weren't the Pilgrims. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us.
This sharp wit exposed systemic racism and demanded an honest reckoning with its history. Later in life, Malcolm X's philosophy expanded beyond America. After his pilgrimage to Mecca, he embraced a broader vision, one of global solidarity and Pan-Africanism.
The problem of the black people in America is inseparable from the problem of oppressed people all over the world. And until the leaders of black America realize that our problem is inseparable from the entire international problem, we will be considered a minority, will be considered an underdog, and will be begging for the things that we should have had when we were born.
He believed that the fight for black liberation in America was connected to the struggles of oppressed people worldwide. His transformation from a Nation of Islam minister to El Hajj Malik El Shabazz reflected his commitment to unity and justice on a global scale. Malcolm X was a self-taught intellectual. Despite having limited formal education, he believed that knowledge was the key to liberation. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. His story is a testament to the power of learning, not just from books, but from life itself. Malcolm X's philosophy is not confined to the past. It lives on in movements for justice and equality today. His emphasis on pride, self-defense, and unity continues to inspire those fighting for a better world. So, what can we learn from Malcolm X? Perhaps it's this: change starts with reclaiming your identity, empowering your community, and standing boldly for what's right and just.